What's going on, guys? Not your ordinary critic. And the next review, since I am a pretty big indie fan, not the biggest, but pretty big as much as gore. You know, I just appreciate the directing that people put in. They put in a lot of heart. Into these movies, even though they're not the most expensive movies or the most uh, the most accurate movies or the most intriguing movies, but they are they do try the hardest. And sometimes the good thing about the indie film industry, the movies, they look so realistic because that's how they look realistic, especially with the budget, it's being so cheap, but anyway, I want to do a review. A friend recommended this movie to me. Well, I don't have the movie. My friend actually, he invited me to go watch this movie at his house because uh, this movie was called Circus of the Dead, which is a clown movie. Well, clowns in general, well, more than one clown, and yeah, I don't know where you can get. I don't know where you can get this movie. I think you can get it on iTunes or on Amazon. Yeah, I think that's where my friend got it. But he invited me, and you know, he was telling me about this movie, and I went to go watch it at his house. I don't own this movie, but I went to go check it out. I was very intrigued by the story he was telling me what it's about, and I was like, you know what? Let me go check it out, and let me, since I'm a big movie fanatic, and I do like to analyze movies. And, I only watched this movie once. I may gonna have to watch it twice to get a good hold of this movie. But the first watching, what I thought of it. Well, let me tell you the plot of the story, and let me tell you the director of the story because it's really interesting. Um, the director is named Billy Pond, aka Bloody Bill. Um, Billy Pond. I am from these parts where he live, and that's Odessa, Texas. That's where I live at, and he does. I think he owns a haunted house called DeathCon, and I used to go. I still go there, but I used to go there a lot as a kid, and it used to be kind of a tradition for me to go there, and yeah, and I still check it out once in a while, and especially when Halloween comes, so it's pretty cool to go over there. But yeah, I think he's like the owner over there. But yeah, that's the director. The movie, the plot itself is is about a guy, about a family guy takes his wife, takes his kid to the circus, and I think I watched this like 2 days ago too. Yeah, yeah, he goes to check it out. I think it's just a normal day, hanging out, and yeah, go to the circus. And from the get go, these clowns are bad news, and yeah, they pretty much kidnap this the father, and they take him on a fucking hellish joyride. And yeah, the fall, you know the the father is on a foot on a joyride with all these crazy clown maniacs. From the get go, my favorite clown, of course, is Bill Oberst Jr. You can see on the title up there, not the title of Circus, but the title of his name. He's done a lot of other films and other indie films. I remember seeing him on The Den. I think he had a little part in that movie, The Den. Yeah, he was on. I think he was on like a little, 3 second, scene part. But yeah, he made other movies, of course, and he's pretty big on the indie side. And yeah, um, yeah, he from the get go, he's freaking, he's vicious. He's pretty nasty. He's like a pedophile, pretty much, and manipulator. And he's like the leader of the clowns. And yeah, he's one of I think he's like the best clown, of course. And then you have this big guy right here, Noodle Dome, and yeah, he's pretty crazy too. Especially when there's a part that involves a baby. I don't want to spoil it, especially if you haven't seen the movie. This movie been out for 3 or 4 years, but uh, if you haven't seen, it, I don't want to spoil so much about it, especially the people that haven't seen it yet. But I'm pretty much late to the party, so I haven't seen it. I barely seen it like 2 days ago, but still, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that haven't seen it. But yeah, he's pretty vicious too. All these clowns do a great job in the movie. They do their part, but Bill Burr Jr. kills the part. In my opinion, he's a very vicious guy, a very vicious uh, leader, and he just the gore on this movie was good. I think it pays homage. You can tell this movie pays homage to like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original one, and this movie has like a Rob Zombie kind of feel, especially like movies like he made, like Devil Rejects, House of Thousand Corpses. It has that type of feel in this movie. And yeah, and I'm not the biggest Rob Zombie fan, but I do like those two movies. And 31 was okay, but um, yeah, it has that type of feel, especially but with lower budget. Um, but the movie is this movie, it has pays homage to that, and but the movie itself is good. I enjoy Circus of the Dead. Um, there's a couple scenes that that are over the top, not like whoa, but like you wouldn't see that happening. So, but then again, you're like, okay, well, these are crazy clowns, though. You couldn't be surprised at what they do. Especially there's like freaking gory scenes and also like a rape scene, and yeah, it goes to the limit, especially on this movie. But this movie is great. I am a big fan of gore. Uh, not I know this movie, is supposed to be gore, especially with the people in it. Um, but I feel like the gore was necessary on some parts. Some parts, were a little over the top, but overall the movie was great. So I like the plot, I like the story, like the acting was great. Yeah, I mean, the movie was great, and I liked it, and I'm glad I checked it out. This movie I'm probably gonna watch it a second time just to get a more of an understanding on it. But the first time, I was like, "Whoa, it's pretty good." It's really, especially, it's been a while since I ain't seen an indie movie, lower budget movie in a while. But I'm glad I watched this one though. Especially for a low budget movie. They worked with what they had, and they really put the heart in this movie. And like, you gotta give them credit for that. And yeah, I enjoyed this movie for what it was, and it was great. And I gave Circus of the Dead a 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 is a reasonable score, especially for this kind of movie. And yeah, it's a good movie. Great acting, good gore, pretty pretty intense. Some scenes, and yeah, Bill Burst Jr. was a great addition to this movie. And yeah, can't wait to see more of his stuff. Can't wait to see. Hopefully, the director Billy Pond directs more movies like this. And yeah, I just this is a good. Hopefully, they're making a sequel to the movie. Who knows? But yeah, hopefully I can watch it again. Whenever I have time, or whenever I can go to my friend's house and watch it. But yeah, I think you can get this like on iTunes or Amazon. Maybe I'll buy it from there. I'll see. But uh, yeah, good movie. Cool to see a director from Odessa, Texas. Especially from these parks. Especially it's a hard-working blue-collar town. It's very rare to see that kind of a director make this kind of movie, and it's cool. But yeah, guys, I like Circus of the Dead. I give it an 8 out of 10, and it was a good movie. So yeah, guys, Circus of the Dead, great movie. There's Not Your Ordinary Critic signing out, and I'll see you on next video, guys. Thanks again. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next video, guys. Thanks again. Bye.